Welcome to this completely rebranded channel where I will be bringing you on my journey as I attempt to build Birmingham's #1 podcast and video production company. Now, I'm not going to sit on here and pretend like I've got a fuck what I'm doing. All I know is that I'm a man with a vision. I'm going to bring you lot on the ride with me. So, just a bit of background. Prolific Media, what is it? Podcast and video production company. I wouldn't say this is the start because I actually started, let's go back. I actually started in October. The whole idea came up in October. We are now towards the end of January 2024. So the original idea was formulated in October 2023. Fast forward to now, January 2024, and we are starting to put things in place and get a little bit more serious. So bear with me. I'll be back. I need to get what's in my head out so I can tell you guys what it is that I'm doing. So tune in. So Instagram, this is my Notion board, as you can see up here as well. We are currently filming for YouTube. We are having a rebrand on YouTube, and it is going to be more documentation style instead of educational kind of content. There'll be some educational content inside of the documentation, but it's mainly going to be me just documenting the journey of growing Prolific Media to where I want to get to. But as you can see, inside of this lovely Notion board, we have got the start and the makings of something fantastic inside of here. So as you can see, we've got my vision for the business there. We've got the business's vision there. We've got business operations. Now, I actually did start putting these SOPs in here, but I did it when I was on my laptop, when I was at a hospital. And for some reason, they're not showing up. So we need to redo these. So that's what we're going to do today. As you can see, I've just done not a YouTube, I've just done an Instagram story. So I'm currently just uploading that. As soon as I've finished uploading that, then we will get into, like I've just said on the Instagram story, we're going to get into putting together the SOPs, but I'll show you guys inside the Notion board as well. Like I said, straight documentation, straight transparency, visibility, so you can see exactly what is going on as we do this together. So today, like I said on the Instagram story, we're going to be focusing on the SOPs today because they need doing. But before we do that, let me show you guys the Notion board so you can see. Now, certain bits will be blurred out because there's bits that you don't need to see, or it's not right for me to show you, whatever it is. But the rest completely open with it. So let me grab you. This is the Prolific Media Studios Notion board, as you can see. So we've got the main, my vision for the business here. We've got a business menu down here. We've got Q1 goals down here. Each of these are separate pages with the goals inside of them. And then we've got January goals over on the right-hand side, which I'm not going to lie to you, we are behind because I haven't pulled my finger out in order to get to these goals. So it's time for us to start pulling the finger out and start achieving some of these goals. Right, so as I said, SOPs, that's what needs to be done today. The first bit of this morning will be focused on doing the SOPs. So as you can see inside of the business operations board, we've got client onboarding, SOPs, contracts, equipment inventory, team directory. So we're doing SOPs this morning. So I'm now gonna speed this bit up so you can see what I am doing. But we're working on the SOPs. So we'll do this for about an hour. The plan isn't to get all the SOPs done today. I want to get the podcast recording SOP done today in this hour, and then we'll move over to doing some lead generation and then putting together a list of local businesses within Birmingham that I want to sign up to the RCP plans. Now, with the RCP plans, I'll only be taking on 4 to 5, ideally, which would then help fund the next step. So yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. And I'm bringing you lot along on the ride with me. So get into it. Hey, yo, Sap, what's good, bro? This man's kind. Okay, so spin you around. Everything's up. There we go. So as you can see, we have just finished the podcast SOP, which is what I wanted to get done today. Now that's done, I can now move on to the lead generation list. Now, this lead gen list is going to be based on businesses that I think are suitable for a podcast. Now, what's the criteria for a business to be suitable for a podcast? One, they need to have a strong message behind them. Yes, and I've said this in content already, that yes, everyone can start a podcast, but not everyone should start a podcast. So the message behind the business needs to be a strong message behind the business. So that's one thing that I'll be doing. So I'll be looking at corporate companies, I'll be looking at like retail companies, high street companies, all those kinds of places as well. I'll be looking on Google Maps to see where there are business parks around the area, and looking at the businesses inside of those business parks and reaching out to those guys as well to get all that list. Once that's done, then it will be doing research on those companies and seeing what they're currently doing and how I can slide in to help them grow further. Okay, so now we've got this new bit of the CRM built out and it's good and ready to go. I'll just let you know what's inside of there. So we've got business name, owner name, status. Inside of status, it's a drop down menu for new lead, contacted, responded, meeting booked, no response, do not contact, client signed. So we've got that in there. Then the location of where the business is, and then we've got the service offering. So we've got podcast production, regular content plan, and then we've got additional services that I do offer, i.e., ad management, website design, and marketing coaching. But we're not pushing those. If somebody falls into them, then fantastic. But we're not going to be actively looking to sign clients for ad management, website design, and marketing coaching. We can kind of funnel that from there. You've then got service fee, so the fee for that service, the date the meeting is booked for. If the meeting has been attended, we've got a checkbox. Then we've got whether a proposal has been sent, and that is the date when the proposal was sent. We've got a tick box on client signed, and then a tick box on invoice paid as well. So that should help me keep track of any kind of businesses that I'm speaking to in the local area. Not even just the local area, because Birmingham's quite a big place. So there's a lot of businesses, there's a lot of business parks, there's a lot of like industrial places where businesses are located, and there's a lot of business here. So this is what we're going to do. So it is now, by my clock, 5:34. I had to stop halfway through the lead generation process to sort out a few tax things, but it's got to be done. When you're self-employed, you need to make sure these things are sorted out. Future Cole thank me for this, so it had to be done. What I'm now going to do is, because the local businesses that I wanted to reach out to, i.e., estate agents, dentists, things like that, I've put together a nice little list of businesses that I think suit and fit the brand that we're currently building in regards to prolific media, and who we want to work with. The next list that I'm going to put together are marketing agencies in Birmingham, and I'm only going to put together a list of 20 of those. I'm going to be really selective with those, and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, what is going on? So the time right now is 9:31. I've actually been up for 3 hours doing work. So The first task of today was I finished off some client TikTok clips for one of her podcasts episodes. So boxed all of that off, sent the link over to her, completely done. The next task that I needed to finish was today's short form video edit. I'm literally putting the captions on that, and then that's getting scheduled to go live at 12 o'clock. So then that will go live. After that, I then need to take all of today's video footage for these YouTube videos, take all of that footage off the camera, upload it into Premiere Pro, and start the editing process on that. I've also got a website build to get done today as well. So all of this is going to be included in this vlog, and you will see what it is that I actually get up to. Okay, what is going on? So the time is now 2:58, almost 3 o'clock. I was meant to show you guys what I was doing today, and I've not done any of that. So I'm literally just going to bring you along so you can watch me start the process of this web design for a new business that is just not just started up. They've been going for a while now, but they need a new website. So I'm going to bring you along for the journey as I completely tear down their website and rebuild a new one in a day. Watch this. Stupid. Hey. What is going on, people? How are we doing? It is Saturday at 8 o'clock in the morning. Just sat down. I'm gonna try and get a couple hours in, but I also thought I'd jump on just to kind of talk to you guys about shooting your shot in regards to when you're starting something or doing something, and if you see someone out there that you want to work with, and just doing it. I sent a message on Instagram to someone that had been on the Apprentice, one of the finalists. I saw her pop up, and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna try my luck here. So I sent her a message. This is the key with patience. Sometimes when you send these kinds of messages, it's easy to get disheartened and feel like nothing, if something doesn't come back straight away or within a few hours, because we're all so conditioned to get instant gratification or instant dopamine hits. When something doesn't happen straight away, we're kind of like, well, I guess that's dead in the water then, isn't it? Or we sometimes think to ourselves, we're not big enough for them to notice us. But this is a testament that you let your work do the talking, and if you don't ask, you don't get. So the message that I got back from this person was, hey, great to see some of your work. Congrats on all you're doing, and thanks for reaching out. I've actually already passed your details over to our marketing manager, as we need a new videographer this year, and the podcast idea sounds great too. It's definitely on my personal agenda, but not just yet. Defo keep in mind though, for sure. So there was a bit more on the end of that message as well. But that goes to show you the power of just reaching out and just shooting your shot. Do you know what I mean? And don't feel disheartened if you don't get an instant response back from it. You've got to do what you've got to do in order to get to where you want to get to, basically. So yeah, I'm gonna be shooting these shots a lot more in this following week. But anyway, I need to get off here because I've got to edit this video now. So if you've enjoyed basically the last 3 days of me, or two and a quarter days of me showing you what I've been getting up to, what I've been doing. Then yeah, hit that subscribe button, like, drop a comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram if you want. But yeah, peace, and I'll see you next week.